Hey, it's Matt from HowToMotorcycleRepair.com. Working on this 73 CR400 Husqvarna. In a previous video I may have showed you how to diagnose why it's not running. It turned out to be the fuel system. Those paint chips in the tank from some overspray from the restoration was clogging up the filter in the petcock here. There's another video explaining what I did to fix that. So I test rode it. It runs pretty good. However, it runs kind of heavy or rich at low speed. And the pilot air screw is well over 2.5, 3 turns out. So that tells me that the idle circuit is a little rich. What I'm going to do is just take apart this carb, compare the stock jetting to compare the jetting from the manual to what we have in this carb, just to make sure that the right jet's in there, and if not, maybe I'll step it down a size or two just to get the throttle a little more crisper, because it definitely lags a little bit. So that's a 10 mil nut here on the air box here. Take the washers off. And we can take the air cleaner off, and followed by the element spacers. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it's pretty simple. There's just 2 screws holding this housing on here. Pop this tube off. Normally I don't like spilling fuel all over the place, but this thing is a tickler and it does it every time you flood the carb anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to loosen this clamp on the other side here. Slotted. I was hoping to get the whole damn thing out, but it ain't gonna happen. Let's take that off first. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Now let's take that out. not going to need this, so just put that aside for now. Alright, I'll meet you over by the workbench. Alright, so here we are on the workbench. I also have the workshop manual here to compare all the jetting. Let's go ahead and take this clip off here. Just stick a screwdriver on there and just work it off. It's a little bit of junk down in there. This thing looks pretty mangled. Alright, whatever. Alright, so main jet. I see it right here stamped 170. Okay, let's pull the pilot out, see what that looks like. Okay, the pilot is a 45. Stock is 35. So yes, I definitely want to try a smaller one. It's kind of my hunch, and I guess I was right. So I definitely want to put a stock one back in there. Let me just show you how many turns out this was. Half, one, half, two, half, three. 3 turns out, and it should be 1.5. So the engine wanted more air. This meter's air, so I was giving it more air. It was running better. So everything looks pretty clean in here. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to make sure everything's... I mean, it ran great. It just ran rich at the bottom. So I'm just going to clean the outside a little bit. I think Husqvarna.com has those jets. So I'll definitely order one. There's a little crap in there. So I'll leave that be. I'll hop online, order those parts, come back and see how she runs. Alright, so the pilot jets and main jets that I ordered came in. Stock main jet is a 170. I ordered a 160 and 165 just in case. It's the 3/4 to full throttle seems okay. The pilot in here is a 45. Stock is a 35. So this is 2 sizes larger. I ordered a 35 and a 30. So the 30 is what I'm going to put in. If I'm wrong, I can go to the 35. I know 35 is stock and it'll probably run great. However, I'm running 32 to 1 versus 20, 25 to 1 like they did back in the day. Oils have come a long way, so you can run a little leaner in oil. And basically, when there's less oil in the fuel is thinner, less viscous, and it can potentially have your bike run richer since the fuel flows easier through the orifices. So basically, I'm just going to go with a 30 and see what happens. So I'm going to take this 45 out. And again, the numbers are stamped here. So we'll pop in the 30. Make sure it's clean, even though it's brand new. Make sure you can see through it. Now, while I was waiting for the jets, I went ahead and reassembled everything with the 45, and I got video footage of me test riding with the 45. And basically what I was trying to do during the test ride is just do some low throttle acceleration, just real low throttle, and you just blip the throttle, and you can feel, you can see, and you can hear how heavy the engine was running. So basically, I'll show that portion right after this. You know, I'll have the video say, hey, this is the 45 Pilot, then no other changes. I'll put the 30 Pilot in and take it for a test ride. Now, when I test rode it with the 45 Pilot, it was 80, 90 degrees out. Tomorrow, when I hope to test ride this after the rain stops, it's going to be like 50 or 60, so that's not going to help either. But in any case, let's reset this Pilot air screw here. I'm going to set it to 1.5 turns out. So half, 1, half. Also, I want to show you something that I found on the needle clip position. I went ahead and took a peek in there, and it's in the first position. So that means they dropped the needle down. It's completely leaned out in the settings. It should be the number 3 position. So I'm not sure why that is. I guess that's why I ordered the leaner main jets. What I plan on doing is richening the needle back up to stock, and possibly if it's running too rich, I'd rather lean it out with the main. So in any case, let's put this back on, start it up, see if this set screws, see if it leans it out a little bit, which it will. But let's throw this on there, and then we'll wait for a nice day for a test ride.